Welcome everyone to the first ever edition of LEAFS Weekly. I'm Mackenzie Krueger and I'm joined by Thomas West, and we're going to be recapping recent games, going over the standings, and bringing you a little bit of behind the scenes action from the team. So let's get right into it because we've had a few busy weeks of games, and let's look at the current standings. Right now, the Leafs are just under the Baycats and just above the Kitchener Panthers. So I think it's looking like we're going to be playing Barrie in the first round. Thomas, what do you think that'll be like?
Yeah, either Barrie or Guelph right now, and you look at the Barrie Baycats, that would be a fantastic first-round matchup. We've seen some heat between these two teams. It doesn't seem like they like each other. There's a rivalry forming, and it would be a fantastic first-round matchup against the Barrie Baycats.
Yes, the Leafs have had some great games recently, a little bit of a winning streak, and I hope we can just kind of climb the standings up. But let's talk about last week's games. So we played on Sunday, the Hamilton Cardinals, and won 4-1. I think it was a great game defensively, and we saw Grant Tamani as one of the kind of key performers in that match.
Yeah, Grant Tamani living up to his nickname, Hot Boy Summer. 3 for 3 in that game and a massive 2-run home run to make it 4-1. That was late in the 8th inning against the Hamilton Cardinals. And this was also a bullpen day for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And Sam Green came out. I'm not sure that he was expected to go 4 innings, but he had the longest outing that he had all season. And he went 4 innings, allowed 2 hits, didn't allow a run, didn't walk a batter, and struck out 5. And then Franklin Hernandez, fresh off the plane, came in and pitched a fantastic 3 innings, giving up a couple of runs, but did strike out the side in his debut. And I think Franklin Hernandez is someone we got a little sample size of in that game. And I think Maple Leafs are really excited to see what he can do for the team.
Yeah, he did actually, take the win in his IBL debut, which is great. And then moving into Wednesday's game against Barrie, we won with kind of an astonishing, I'd say, 20-4 score. And I think that's probably because we were up 9-0 in the first inning.
Yeah, and with 2 outs, a Justin Maher 3-run home run in the first. That's what capped off the hot start for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and they really didn't look back. And Justin Maher had a fantastic game, the 3-run home run. But he was also 4 for 5 with 5 RBIs and walked twice. But once again, something that was a little bit underrated was the pitching for the Toronto Maple Leafs in that game again. Angel Castro has had a tough start to the season, but he got things back on track in this start. 6 innings pitched, did allow 8 hits, but only 2 earned runs, did not walk a batter, and struck out 5. He brings that ERA into the 7s now. And although I don't think he's exactly where he wants to be, certainly some signs that Angel Castro can be the dominant pitcher in the former Oakland Athletics prospect as well. And another pitching note on the other side of things, Henry Civil, the pitcher for the Barrie Baycats, was not able to record an out in the first inning, gave up 2 hits, walked 5, and all 7 of those runners that he inherited all scored. That was 7 earned runs in the first inning. And Adam Odds was actually the only pitcher that pitched a scoreless or a clean inning for the Barrie Baycats in that game. And he's a position player. So it goes to show you that Barrie did have some pitching struggles in that 20-4 defeat to the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Oh, I would definitely agree. And they just couldn't catch up after that first inning. And then on Friday, we faced the Brantford Red Sox. So they're kind of at the bottom of the table right now. We won within 11-5 game. And Justin Maher, again, he's on fire.
Yeah, on fire once again. And the Brantford Red Sox, a team that's kind of a must-win game in the IBL right now. They've just won 2 games, although those 2 wins have come in their last 10. So playing a little bit better of late. Justin Maher, 4 RBIs. He was 3 for 4, now has 30 RBIs, which is good for 3rd in the IBL. And he is climbing the ladder in that department, no doubt about it. Also give a shout out to Greg Carrington, who is 4 for 4 hitting out of the 9-hole, who's been fantastic for the Maple Leafs this season.
And speaking of Justin Maher's stellar performance recently, we had a chance to talk to him about Dominico Fields and what it's like hitting at home.
Yeah, definitely this field, down the lines for sure, it is a little bit easier to hit the home runs, but the field, it can get in your head a little bit. When you try and get a little bit too big, it plays pretty big, especially in the gap. So can't be your only mindset up there, but it definitely does help.
So great to hear Justin Maher's perspective on the field. And let's get into the upcoming games. So we're facing off against the London Majors on Friday, and they are ranked 2nd in the league right now. So Thomas, what do you think that game's going to be like? How do we come out on top?
Well, we've had some barn burners against the London Majors of late. This one is at Christie Pitts. So as Justin Maher said, a little bit easier to hit those home runs in the Maple Leafs. That'll be something that's key for them against London. Should be a fantastic game. Hamilton seems like a must win with the schedule that's coming up, because then it's right back to another tough team like London in the Guelph Royals. And once again, Sean Riley coming back to Christie Pitts, and we know fantastic history with the Toronto Maple Leafs, especially last year.
Yes, as you mentioned, Friday the 22nd, that's an away game, against Hamilton. So hopefully they can get a little bit of rest with no games in that week. And then we'd love to see you all out at Christie Pitts this Sunday. We'll need all the help we can get against the London Majors. Lots of support from the home crowd. And you can follow along with the Toronto Maple Leafs on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, everything like that. We'll see you next week for Leafs Weekly.